Greetings everybody, welcome to our King's channel. This is the third time I'm trying to bring forth this video. The first time I did it, the voice came out pretty bad, but as far as the video quality itself of the picture, I will use a little bit of the snippets out of there to show the marvelous creation that I came up with, the Bundt. The Bundt pizza, and since I already ate the Bundt pizza, I just can't redo the video. So without the voice in there, I'll show you what a marvelous creation it was that you can do in your home as well. Your family would love you to do it. Invite them to help you create the Bundt pizza. And if you don't have a Bundt pan, maybe you have one of these that has a little clip here and the bottom will fall out, and I'll show you what the pizza looks like from here. And it's the most beautiful pizza. It's better than a calzone, though it's the same as a calzone. But the thing is, when I make calzones, they fall apart and everything. It's really disturbing because I don't have one of those little pizza slider dealies and all that, pizza stones for the oven or whatever. I just got the regular oven. But look at that. And the inside of this one, you get to chewing, it is just chock full of cheese, of holy cheeses, and then of course my hamburger sauce as well. Now I mentioned the sauce, and I'll tell you a real simple way to make a very nice pizza sauce, because I tell you out there, you can't really order a pizza from any place out there if they serve ham or bacon or salami or anything of that sort, any uncleanness in their restaurant. You can guarantee 100% that everything you're going to get from that place, even a cup of coffee, is going to be contaminated from the pork that is throughout that place. The establishment, if they serve crabs or clams, things of this sort, save your soul and don't eat there. If you're not certain how to make a decent pizza sauce, I'll explain. All you need to do is get your little can of tomato paste with 2 cans of water, and you could run it through a blender if you want or not, but take about 3 or 4 globes of garlic and blend it all up real nice, and then cook the sauce down a little bit till it gets to the thickness you like. Of course, I like hamburger in mine, and I grind up my own hamburger because I don't trust any of the hamburger that's already out there ground up. There's been reports of human flesh inside many samples that they had checked out. Some of the cheapest fast food stores out there, or restaurants they call them, have been found to have been serving that type of flesh in their burgers. So I grind up my own using my Ninja, of course, and I take about a pound of the hamburger, and after the frying pan gets warmed up pretty nice, I'll put a little salt down in there, and then I'll flop the hamburger meat on top of it. And between the heat of the pan and the salt itself, it makes enough grease with a pat of butter tossed on top to fully cook the meat. And of course I put in there some Italian seasonings, plenty of garlic. And once it's cooked down, the meat's fully cooked, is when I'll add the sauce that was made from a can of tomato paste, 2 cans of water, and 3 or 4 cloves, sections, 3 or 4 sections of a globe of garlic. Let it simmer down a bit, and then if you want onions and peppers or whatever else in there, add those after your tomato sauce is cooked down to where it's got that pleasant flavor, not the raw flavor. And then I put in my peppers and my onions and such, and I turn the heat off. You don't want to put the mixture into the calzones when it's really hot, because you'll kill the yeast in your pizza dough. So however you make your pizza dough, I can tell you how I make mine real quick. 4 cups of flour, about 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of salt, about 1.5 tablespoons of organic sugar, around 2 tablespoons of organic olive oil, and then I use wine yeast, and around 2 cups of hot but not boiling water. Water that's about 120 degrees. And then I just mix it all up real nice to where it's all incorporated. You don't have a bunch of flour hanging out by itself in the bowl, but it's all stirred up real nice. It'll be a sticky dough. I cover it up, I put it inside my oven, I turn the light on in the oven, and that will heat the oven up to a stable temperature that'll be over 80 degrees. It should be in whatever type oven you might use. And I just let it ferment overnight till the next day when I make up my dough. And then I line the Bundt pan. I fill in the mixture with the hamburger and the tomato paste, and on top of it I fill it in with cheese. You can put mushrooms in there, you can put broccoli, you could do whatever you want in there, and then put another piece of dough over the top of the Bundt pan. And of course what I did was I just made a nice big round, what looks like it would have been for a pizza, and I laid it right over the top of the Bundt pan, and I put a hole here and I pushed it down a little, and I got the dough all down around in here, and I filled it in with the cheese and all that wonderful stuff, and then I put another layer of dough over the top, which would actually be the bottom when it comes out. And the same with the other pan. I made a super calzone with that pan as well. Well, maybe next Sabbath you could have these yourself. Invite the family to make them up with you. Make it a project that everybody would love, and I'll tell you what, the reward in eating it is something that's almost out of this world. And it's even better when eaten with family and friends, but even more so with a brother or sister. And with that, I want you all to know that I do love you. Well, I hope this video turns out this time, or it's not going to be put up today. I'm going to be praying for each and every one of y'all always. Bye.